just made a vertical video as a farewell to Instagram, and I actually really liked what I said in it, and so I wanted to make something for you. And the message that I'm putting out there is that I don't think it's a place that really fosters deep introspective creativity. Like, it's the McDonald's, the like real estate photography photo mill of content, where the objective is make a whole bunch of things and be really shallow with them and not deep. And it's just like totally surface level. It's small talk, right? And you can go on there and deliver really intense value, right? Like, I really like Vin, who teaches communication, and he gives little tips that are super helpful. But he didn't make those for Instagram. He made those in live workshops with people. That's where he honed the craft. The real work, the real creativity doesn't happen on Instagram. It's creativity or platforms like it. The thing that I don't like about them is that they encourage really, really rapid, short, shallow productions. And you can do that. I mean, you could only put out stuff that you worked on for a month on there too, but I feel like it's harder to get in that headspace. And so maybe this is just me using it wrong. I accept that. But I know that what I want, it doesn't matter if that's the case or not, because the objective of that place, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, they want your attention. They want your life's energy for them so they can advertise to you. And I'm not down with that. And that the attention hijacking that you get when you're there is a nightmare. Nobody wants that. It's, if I wanted to present you with a piece of a long video like this, where I just wanted to explain some thoughts that I had to you, or I made a nice long newsletter or blog post where I dive really deep into a topic, I want you to be able to spend some time with me and digest that and get to enjoy it peacefully. Like, you don't go to a movie theater so you can be distracted every 10 seconds. You go to the movie theater, you're like, I am going to watch this movie, and that is the only thing I am doing for the next 2 or 3 hours, is I am just going to pay attention to this thing that somebody put an incredible amount of work into, an incredible amount of craftsmanship and art and intention. Or maybe not, maybe the movie sucks, but hopefully you're going to see good movies. And that's the stuff that I want to make and put out into the world. I don't want to be making the really shallow, oh, here's a little thing, here's a little thing, here's a little thing. I already have enough ADHD. I don't need to have more in the form of let me give you a little snippet of me, a little snippet of my day or what I'm doing or something like that. One of the photographers that I follow, Scott Shishino, talked about how social media is what he calls your poo marketing, where your client is going to take a turd, you go into the bathroom and they're flipping through Instagram on their phone. But I don't think my clients are. I don't think my people are using Instagram that much. I think about my top clients from last year. The most money that I made from a single project ever, I don't think a single person that paid me money actually uses Instagram at all. And that's pretty eye-opening, right? One of my clients does. And so Pure Kitchen, who I've shot for my entire career, as a professional architecture photographer, we used Instagram a little bit, and it helped in some areas, but it was never the main thing that kept the company going. But it's different when you're selling a commercial thing, because I think that's what Instagram's kind of become. If once I've got some digital products, once I've got some courses and things to promote, then I'll be on Instagram running ads for those for sure. But I'm not going to be posting content there all the time. What I want is to be off making something much more valuable, something much more high level. Like, if you are choosing to spend time with me, and I'm so grateful that you are. It's, you know, if you're here, then you're here watching this, and that means the world to me. That you could have done anything else. You could have done anything else. Like, it's different if, like, you were sitting here in the car with me and you're like, well, I can't also be in Aruba because I'm in the car with you. But here, you can be in Aruba and you can be watching this video with me. So thank you for that. And I want to make stuff that's worthy of that gift of your life. The moments that you are spending paying attention to this is you trading your life for this moment with me. And is there, like, any better gift? Is there anything more profound than the essence of your life? You are like, I will give this to you for this time because it's valuable to me. That's what I want to do. I like my photos a lot, but the way that I want you to see them is the way that my brother-in-law looked at them when I handed him the iPad the other day on my website, and he was like poring over every image and like really studying it in great detail, and it felt so good to see that. And what is important about that is that happened in person. He was like, I'm sitting here with you reviewing your work. And maybe he would have spent the time looking at it. Pretty much zero chance that he would have looked at it that intentionally if it weren't something that we were doing together in that moment. And when I've gone on meetings with clients, potential clients, and have been able to show them my portfolio and have them look through the images with intention and care, and to see them on, a 13-inch screen instead of the little bitty iPhone screen, the way that they experience the image is so much more profound. And it is because of the vehicle, the way that they are being presented the image. And that being presented it on the screen, in person, with me, where we can discuss it, is just so much better than showing my work on Instagram, where people are there to be distracted, right? Instagram is a place where you go to not live your life. And more than anything else, I don't want that distraction. I loathe when I go on Instagram with the intention of looking up a client so I can send them a message, right? So I'm on my architecture Instagram. I'm going to go to this faucet company. I'm going to send a DM because their social media person is right here on this platform using it. And I kind of don't want to do that anymore because that involves going to the explore page where the entire objective of that page is to hijack your attention and to be like, oh, here's all this stuff you should check out. It's porn. It's pornography. And I don't want to be part of it. It's okay. Like, if I make client work and the end use is Instagram, that's fine. Because if my photos are being used in an ad campaign and they are making my clients money, great, job's done. But I don't have to be here losing my life to it. And I think about it, the people who have been most impressed by my work are impressed by my portfolio on my website. And those are the people that are willing and able to hire me, right? So it doesn't really matter if I've got a bunch of followers on Instagram and I don't, I've got 100 people who consistently look at my stuff, and it's amazing that I've got that many. But very few of them are people that are going to pay me for my photography. And I want, yes, an audience of people who see me as an artist, right? But I really want to make a living making my work, and I want to do that without tons of distractions and things that slow me down. I want to go really, really deep and in depth on the things that I'm doing. An example that comes to mind is last night I got home from New York City and I was riding the train, And I spent the entire train ride writing a recap of all the things that I did that day. And that was really nice, because generally when I'm on the train, I was like, I just want to look out the window. But I sat down and I started writing, and it just like poured out of me for the hour and a half that I was on the train, and I didn't even finish. So I get home and I get settled and set my things down, and then I'm usually in the evenings at that time, I'm like, okay, I'm burned out or whatever. I'm gonna get a bite to eat and then sit down at the couch and watch The Expanse or something, whatever show that I want to watch. But I was like, let me just try. I've got my slice of frozen pizza here that I found in the fridge, and I was like, let me just sit down at the island here and just keep writing. And I did that, and it felt so good to spend my time making something instead of my default habit of consuming something. I was consuming the pizza, but I didn't need to consume a show that I've already seen before, that I've already gotten most of what I'm going to get out of it. Now, I could watch The Expanse and write some articles about it and talk about my influences and make some videos here about it, but if I'm just watching it for fun, this is not quite the... Spending your time making something is so much more rewarding than the things that you consume. So my message here is what I want to be doing in the next phase of my life is going really, really deep on creativity and artistry, photography, and how to run a successful business as an artist. I think it's the thing that we are not taught. I had the incredible fortune of going to business school before I became an artist. And so I got a lot of advantages there. And the things that I learned there and in business since then, and as a result of knowing Moise and getting to see him go through running companies, these are the things that I think are the best thing for me to share for the people in my world who are excellent artists but aren't as successful as they should be. And I really want to help with that. And I also want to become a better artist. And man, this sunset is something else. I've got my camera, but I'm not going to shoot it, which is another thing that I am practicing, is actually taking fewer photos and being more in the moment with the beauty. It's exactly like that scene in Walter Mitty where Sean Penn doesn't take the photo of the snow leopard because he's just like, it's beautiful and I just want it for me. And I love photography. I love doing it. But I think I might love talking to you more. And I think that's what I really want to be doing with my time. I love doing it here. I love making these videos and presenting my thoughts to you, but I love being one-on-one with a person even more. So if you ever have the option, reach out to me and let's get lunch or coffee or dinner or go for a walk. And I want to talk about the art that you're working on and see if there's some way that I can share the things that I've learned and things that I know to help you do more of the art that you dream of and help you create more of the life of your dreams, because you should have it. You deserve to pursue making your life something amazing. You only get this one time to do it, so you got to do it up, man. You got to really, really enjoy your life, because it ain't happening again. And I could get super fired up about this, but I'm actually trying to wind this down because I'm almost home and it's time to eat some sushi that I just picked up. And I've got a rule about not posting videos that are too close to my house. So the sun's just going down, and that there's a car in front of me that's just looks the shimmer of the blue light from the dying shadow. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I put my camera away. Do I do what I said? And no. all the way in. Come on. We're past the curve. That was really beautiful. Hey, get in focus. There we go. Whatever we got, we got. Shouldn't have put the camera away. Should have learned my lesson. This is overexposed and I hate it. So next time, I turned it's not important. We're not going to talk about video production. We're not going to waste our time with that, because that's not what I want to talk to you about anymore. We are here to talk about self-actualization, just becoming the person that you dream of being in the world. And that's more important than driving the car off the cliff to take a photo. I think that's good for right now. I want to thank you again so much for being here with me. And I want to know what's on your mind. How do you feel about social media, Instagram? You think it's time to kick it? You think it's time to stop using it? Unless you have got an ad campaign you're going to put out there, because it's good for that. I think that's what they say. Advertisers ruin everything, and it's too saturated with that. We need better, slower, more intimate places. We need to be more human. We need to be more connected in real, deep, rich, nuanced ways, because that's what we are. We are creatures of incredible depth and complexity, and that's the version of ourselves that we need to be sharing with each other in this world. Nice. Yes, that's it. And zoom out. Okay, I got something in there that I really liked. So, it worked out. So, if I am willing to edit this video, you'll see that photo. But I am not willing to edit this. So, if you want to see that photo, you gotta sign up for my newsletter, where I will post a link to this video, do a little write-up, and then post that photo. So, if you want to see it, that's where it's gotta be. Type newsletter in the comments to join up. Again, I say thank you so much for watching. If you like to press those little buttons, you know those buttons. This isn't your first rodeo. This isn't your first YouTube video. You know what to do. See you next time.